Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish. And look at this. So I'm going to tell you about this in a minute. But first, so yesterday should have been the Etsy shop drop day. And I was just unable to do it. There was a lot that went on yesterday, a lot of emotional conversations with people. Ones that my husband needed to have, ones that we both needed to have with healthcare professionals and such. So by the end of the afternoon, I realized this was just not going to happen. And I had a hard time letting it go. That's my point. So I kept thinking, okay, all right, I can do it. I can sit down and finish the challenges that I've been working on. You know, that kind of comforts you. And every time I sort of thought to do that, the phone would ring. My husband has a very large family, and we are very grateful for them. And we are glad that they are visiting. And so a couple of his brothers came over, and that was just as I sat down to the computer, they knocked on the door. And so it was just needed to just step back. But I have a hard time not doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. So I knew you guys would be all right, that there was no Etsy shop drop last night, but I was having a hard time with it. So I'm here today to do Etsy shop drop, but first I wanted to show you a little happy mail I got today. And so this was indeed happy mail. They are sugar cookies. Look at those. And pink, of course, is one of my two most favorite colors. And so I went to the post office today, and I saw that in my post office box, we get our mail out at the house, but I have a post office box for orders and things like that. And I saw that there was a card in it, one of the yellow cards, which signifies you have a package. And I have a very good friend who works there. I feel like maybe she lives there too. I never go in when she's not there. I mean, she's always there. And we've been friends. We were next door neighbors for several years and barely knew each other. And then after she moved, we discovered that we had lived almost right next door to each other. And our kids went to school together. My son had a crush on her daughter, blah, 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 But anyway, she occasionally makes sugar cookies, and she knows how much I love them and everything, and she knows what's going on. So I went to get my package, and this was what it was. She had made sugar cookies for me, and they are delicious, and there are enough that I can share them with my husband, and my mother is coming from Georgia. She'll be here tomorrow, so I will indeed share them with both of them. Sometimes when she gives me sugar cookies, I hide them because there's, maybe not as many, and I don't want to share them, but I'm okay with sharing these this time. So that was my happy mail. It was kind of funny, but it was very nice and brought tears to me, which just about everything does that anyone does nice right now. So I want to show you those. And then I got a happy delivery later in the day. Have you ever heard of crumble cookies? Well, I'd never heard of them. But my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandson went to Connecticut to visit with my son-in-law's family. And there's a crumble cookie, and they stopped at it. Look at this. I didn't even dare ask her how much they were. But I love the box. It's pink. She said she paid extra so I could get a box too. Look at this. Actually, I'm going to try one of those. So this is chocolate chunk. These two are strawberry cream, like those ice cream bars with the strawberry coating on the top, and so it's got that cream in the middle of these, and this is lemon. So these two are mine, and these two are my husband's, and I don't know how much of it he will eat, but I think he will eat some of it because he does have a sweet tooth. So that was happy delivery. They stopped in on their way just briefly and wanted to look at our deck too, because it's one of their friends that's actually building our deck. So yeah, so I wanted to show those to you. They made me smile a lot today. But it's a lot of cookies, you guys. I may have one for supper tonight. So I am going to do these. This will be a fairly short video tonight. I cannot talk about anything serious or I will just get emotional. And I realize that sometimes I've just got to have a little bit of a break. And like I said, yesterday was very busy, very emotional. And then today it's been quiet here. We haven't had any company. The deck guys were only here for a couple of hours. And but I've been on the phone a lot advocating for my husband. And so I'm, kind of spent in the serious department. So we have Etsy. These will go up in the Etsy shop. They are not up there yet. By the time you see this, they might be, but I do have to make up the bed and vacuum from my mother's room because she will be here for a few weeks. And so I need to get that done. So these may take a little while to go up, but as always, when they are all up in the shop, I will make a comment and pin it down below here that says that they are up in the shop. In the meantime, if you see something you like and you don't see it up in the shop, feel free to ask and I will direct you to it as soon as I see your comment. Okay, I had a lot of fun. I have several here that were requests and a couple that were not requests. I'm still working on that request list. Do not give up on me. And also again, I don't know what happened to that list, the second list that I had that was on my computer desk. So if you're not seeing your idea come through and I haven't commented to you in the last couple of days, it's on my list, then please comment below with your idea. They're just going to take me a little longer to do this time. I do have a game, but I'm not doing it tonight because my printer kind of stopped when it just kind of refused to work. I don't know why. After I got these printed, excuse me. So I'm going to save the game and maybe show it in a couple of days. Okay. First of all, how is everyone today? I am thoroughly heartened. My heart is just full from all of your comments and all of your prayers and thoughts and love. And yeah, thank you. And secondly, have you gone to the giveaway video? Because that giveaway ends tonight at midnight. I am not going to promise I'm going to get on here tomorrow to do the winners. It may be a couple of days. Actually, it may be longer than a couple of days because my mom arrives tomorrow. My husband has a PET scan Thursday. We have an appointment with the oncologist Friday. So it's kind of crazy right now. But I will do the random picker for winners and let everyone know as soon as possible. Okay, so it is July 25th, which means that we are that much closer to Christmas. So because Christmas is December 25th, I thought that I would have a couple of Christmas ones tonight. And I do have 3, I think. So the first one is one of my most favorite movies. And if I say, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, I bet you know what the movie is. I have that sign. I have a sign in my kitchen that says that. It hangs up all year round. And because of that, we have wind chimes out in our garden. And when the wind chimes blow, my kids, when they were younger, would say, there's Jamie flying by. And Jamie is our baby that is an angel. And, you know, because I saw that sign. And so there's Jamie flying by. And so we still say that now with the same wind chimes that have been out there this whole time. And but this is one of my most favorite movies. I try to watch it every year. I don't watch it every year, but I try to. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. It is It's a Wonderful Life. And there they are. And what I did was I found some angel wings with a halo and then added a bell to it. And those are your icons, and you get to decide how much, what your goal is, and how much each one is. Now, again, just like always, you could choose that the halo is one amount, the wings are another, and the bell is another, if you want. Or it can all be one amount. And there is an envelope. I also did another one, identical to this, but the picture was fairly identical, but it was longer, and it was a black and white, kind of a sepia color, but it didn't print well. It was an old picture, and I think it just wasn't the best quality, so I went with this one instead. And then, let's see, last week I did one that I absolutely loved that went with my binder, which still hasn't come yet, my up binder with the mini challenges in it. And, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I discovered that it wouldn't, it would not load up onto Etsy because the file was too big. And the whole time I thought it was the image that I chose, but I learned later that that's not what the problem was. So I redid it. This was the original right here. And I've been sending out little happy mail every now and then to some of my Etsy shop people, and this was one of them that I sent out as a PNG because it won't load as a PDF because it's too large, and in the envelope. And I just loved that image, right? I thought that must be the problem, but it wasn't. What I found out is it was these candy canes. Once I took them away and put something else up there, it loaded up fine. So I redid it. And this one will go up in the shop. So it's got the same image, but it's got hearts surrounded by Christmas lights. Each one equals and your goal. And I kept the same envelope that I showed you guys last week because it matched it perfectly. So this will finally go up in the Etsy shop. And this one will just be one of those that I might send as happy mail off and on to people. I have a few that I send. No, I mean, and it's very random. So please don't think, oh, why haven't I ever gotten one? It's very random. And I do it very sporadically. Maybe like Monday, I only did one. Last week, I sent out 4 or 5 different Happy Mails. Emails is what they are. So, yeah. But anyway, then I had redone this and used a different image originally because I just couldn't figure out that one. So I decided to keep that image too. Aren't they adorable? Look at them. And it's the hearts. It's the same setup. And there is the envelope. Now, had I been smart, I would have done one of these with denominations on it and one without to make them even more different. But, oh, look at that. But I didn't do that. So, there's those. Christmas. Now, I had a request for a savings challenge for a pet, a beagle. And I have to tell you, I kind of struggled with that, and I should have asked her. This is for Annette. I left my paper out, so I can't tell you who some of these are for, but by the way, It's a Wonderful Life someone had asked for, but I had already started it, so I will have to tag them because I have the list out by my computer. But this one is Beagles, and I should have asked her, is it a puppy beagle? Is it an older beagle? What kind of beagle are we looking at? We used to have a beagle growing up, and I bet you can't even guess what that beagle's name was. Do I hear anything? Do I hear Snoopy? Yep, I know, very unoriginal, but we were kids. And his name was Snoopy. And so anyway, I didn't know what kind of a beagle she was looking for. So I did a couple to give her a choice. And maybe none of these will work either. I don't know. But hopefully one of them will work for her. So I did a little sleeping beagle. Because it's always kind of good when they sleep, because they've got quite a howl. And he was reading a book and had his glasses there and fell asleep on the book. But I thought he was adorable. And this is you fill in, decide what your goal is, decide how much each of the icons is. And then I thought, well, maybe it's puppies. So we better have one with beagle puppies on it. So there's some beagle puppies. Aren't they cute? And then I thought, well, who's the most popular beagle of all, right? So I did Snoopy. Saving for my furry friend is what they each say. And there's Snoopy, dreaming of probably his next meal. So those are my beagle ones, and it's Annette. Oh man, I would think of it. I will think of it. But anyway, let me know if any of these are what you were hoping for. And again, they will go up in my excuse me, Etsy shop also. So I also had a request for a cheer and dance one, and I did send these to her to see if they were workable, and they almost are. I'm going to explain to you what she wants, and I hadn't really thought about that. But I did a cheer one and I did a dance one, so saving money for cheer or dance. She had asked that it said saving for everything cheer and dance, and so that's what I did. And we have Daisy and Minnie cheering, and it's saved $250, which was what she had requested. I know for a fact dance is very expensive, especially if you're a competitive dancer. Because my daughter was, and she was also a competitive baton twirler. And So it gets very expensive. So $250 is just a drop in the bucket. And I also did do an envelope for her. I didn't do an envelope for the Beagles, by the way, because I hadn't done envelopes for any of the pet ones that I did. But if you want an envelope, just let me know and I can make a matching envelope. So I made a matching envelope, save $250. And that's so I'm going to leave this title for this one, Saving for Everything Cheer and Dance. But this next one I did it on the dance side of things. And I think I'm going to change the title for that to Saving for Everything Dance. And I did Mini Ballerina. And again, I did $250. In the denominations are 5 and 10. And you can do whatever you want. If you need to do the 10s and 5s, you could split the 2 in half and do a little bit at a time. And I did a matching envelope, of course. She's getting her point shoes on. And what my friend wants that is a little different than these is, you see these icons are colored. And she would like them uncolored, something here that's uncolored so she can color it in. So I'm just going to go back to my computer and find a different icon that she will be able to color in for this one. And I'm still going to put them up in the colors too, because, you know, it depends on the person. Like some people might put a sticker on that 5 as they go along, or, you know, they might just put a little dot or something, and then other people do indeed want to color in. So I get that. And so I'm going to fix that for her, but I'm also going to put this one up, and the same for this one. It will go up. So we have 3 Christmas, 3 Beagle ones, a couple of cheer and dance, and then I did this one for me because I did that Snoopy one, right? It made me think of a couple of other things. And Charlie Brown was a childhood thing for us. It came on, you know, each of the Charlie Brown shows came on once a year. You know, usually like 7 o'clock on a weeknight, and you either watched it or you didn't get to see it, because we didn't have DVDs, and we didn't have, I mean, we didn't even have color TV for a long time, guys. So, and we had those big, huge TVs. I'm 60. So, we're talking in the late 60s, the early 70s. So, but the Peanuts gang was very popular in my household, in our family. Even my dad. And so one of the ones that we really enjoyed watching every year, it was the Christmas one, and I do have a savings challenge for that coming up. But we also really loved It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And I don't remember when that came out, but I was still fairly young when it came out, and we got to watch it once a year. And so I did It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown one. And there it is. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And you get to decide how much the icon is worth and what your goal is. And again, you know, there's not much to color in here because Snoopy is white. So, and he's already white on there. But you could check them off. You could... I have these cute little stamps that just stamp a little design on each one. You could do that. So I just thought that those were adorable with the pumpkin and Snoopy and Woodstock. So it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And there's the envelope for it, of course. And going back to my childhood again, as we all know, our favorite pink gal, it has made her mark once again. I will be excited to see the movie. I will not go to the movie theater, I don't think, because life just isn't cooperating that I can do something like that. So we'll wait until it's on one of the streaming things that we have on TV. So, but if you guessed that maybe I did something Barbie, you are right. And I really wanted to, I'm pointing up that way because in my workroom, way up on a shelf, is a leather doctor's bag. Pretty worn out leather doctor's bag. But it has all of my Barbies and Kens and Midges and Dawn Doll, all in there from when I was a kid. And so I had wanted to bring that down and share it when I did this, but I have a game coming out and I think I might be able to bring that down when I show the game. But that's just a hint, okay? The game is done. That's the one that I wasn't able to print out for tonight. But I did a very, very pink game, savings challenge. I like pink. You can save $200 with this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 are the denominations. There are only 3 12s. There are 4 10s, and then the rest are 2, 4, 6, and 8. And she's all dressed in pink with a little pink teddy bear. And of course it says, I like pink. And so that one is coming out tonight too. And there she is. I just couldn't get away without doing this one. I went a little crazy and made a few. And so you'll see some more as we go along. But that is it, folks. And I am going to go and take my dogs out and feed them and then have some cookies for supper. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. When will I be back? I really don't know. I really don't know. I do have a coin challenge that I need to get in on a video. I have some new binders and new scratch-offs that I want to show you in a video. I have my work paycheck from my Etsy shops to stuff. So I have plenty of videos to do. It's just I'm not sure when they'll happen. But I will be back and I will see you real soon. Thank you so much for being here. Happy savings. And also, as always, please try to spread a little joy in someone's life today. And these will be up in the Etsy shop. If they're not up when the video goes up, they'll be up soon after. I will stay up tonight until they're in the Etsy shop. Okay. I will talk to you real soon. Bye.